A few days ago, Mohammed Salih was cleaning in the restaurant where he works when men carrying swords and knives raided it and attacked him. Mohammed is a member of the Bani Amir tribe. He says he was targeted because of his ethnicity. What began as a normal day at work ended with him in hospital, contemplating living the rest of his life with a serious disability.
I was simply wiping the tables when they entered the restaurant in large numbers. They were from the Had Andawa tribe, and they started attacking us. One drew his sword, and with one blow, he cut off my hand.
Ethnic violence broke out between the Bani Amir and the Hadandawa tribes in Sudan's Red Sea state last week. It was the latest incident in a wave of outbreaks over the last 6 months. Health workers say more than 6 people were killed and more than a dozen injured. It started after an opposition leader returned to the state, which had been under a state of emergency for nearly 3 months. Witnesses say people from his tribe celebrated his return, but that provoked tension and fighting. Ali JAFAAR, who's from the Hadandawa tribe, was among those wounded. He says he was stabbed with a knife.
I was waiting for transportation and suddenly I was hit on the back with a knife. I did not know what started the fighting at the time, but everyone drew out their knives and swords to fight.
Since June, sporadic violence here has killed nearly 100 people and left more than 250 wounded, according to health workers. 2 pacts have been signed in the past 2 months to try and contain the tribal tensions. But people here say they are worried there are temporary solutions to problems that go back decades. The Bani Amir people live in eastern Sudan and also parts of neighboring Eritrea. But for decades, other tribes have viewed them as outsiders, and they accuse them of backing Sudan's former government, ousted in April after months of anti-government protests. And while that government may have gone, the rivalry hasn't. Sudan's new transitional government says it's working to resolve the problem, but it will take time.
For now, we are focusing on a security solution because of the regular outbreaks of fighting between the tribes. But the solution, the long-term solution, has to be political, and that would need all sides to sit down and dialogue. So while we're working on the political solution, we're addressing this by securing and increasing forces in the state to contain the situation.
Mohammed Salih says he hadn't expected to see such violence, but he wasn't surprised it happened. And he worries that if no political solution is found, there will be more outbreaks of violence and more lives lost. Hiba, Aljazeera, Port Sudan.